Hey gang, it's Jay, and do you guys ever have that problem where you got so much shit that you, number one, you forget what you have, and if you haven't forgotten what you have, you forgot where you put it, right? So, I'm in the process of doing a little bit of a cleanup and organizing or reorganizing. So if you have the same problems that I have with keeping everything straight, stay tuned, and I'll show you what works for me at least. Alright, so I've been lucky. I get out fairly often, right? I do able to get out in the field quite a bit, and especially recently here, leading into the end of summer. And I always have that issue with putting stuff back where it belongs. I procrastinate on that stuff. I'm probably guilty as anybody of just not putting stuff away where it belongs. So I figure I'm down here in the basement, just starting to kind of just making sure everything's in the right bin, and got all my clothes out. And I figured I'd go over real quick how I organize everything. As you can see from the wall behind me, I try to keep everything organized as far as I keep all my packs. Well, you can keep all the packs up along the wall here, and then I keep loose items in bins. All my bins, there's definitely a purpose to all my bins. The stuff back here, this is my boy's stuff. We keep all of his stuff organized in his own bins. I got the bin I have out is my clothes bin for field clothes. So, so we have that bin that we use. I keep a bin that's nothing but food for in the field. So this is all my prepackaged stuff that is ready to go, that I keep in a separate bin. So that's aside from like emergency food. That's just field food. That way I can literally, if I know we're going out for 2 days, I grab the appropriate amount of food kits and off we go. So I like having that, and then everything's right next to the rest of my gear. Camo netting from the other day from the pictures of creating a observation post. I haven't put that away yet. One of my pairs of boots. I have one bin that literally, this is like my go bin. So what I'll do with this bin is when I know I'm heading out to the field, I pick and choose out of the appropriate bins what I'm taking, and then I fill everything up into this bin, and that's what gets tossed in the car or thrown in the back of the truck. So I like having one empty bin that is just, like I said, it's that go bin. Everything gets dumped into there, and off we go, right? So we have that. Those are those Plano boxes. If you guys don't have one, I highly recommend them. Get the medium or the big one. They're definitely worth it. So we've got that. I have a bin that is nothing but just like shooting supplies. So shooting supplies bin, I keep targets in there. I keep eye pro, ear pro, holsters, magazine pouches, more targets, and cleaning kits, cleaning rags, cleaning kits, all that kind of stuff. I keep all that in one bin. So once again, if I know that it's just me going, I'm just pulling one set of ear pro out, one set of eye pro out, and off we go. So I like having a specific bin just for that as well. Another bin I keep. This bin is all shelter kits and sleep kits, right? So I always keep in here. I keep a GI patrol bag inside a bivvy, inside that stuff sack. That way, that's what I use the most. So it's there, ready to go. I have a Basha tarp. I have tent pegs and a bungee kit. I have a sleep pad, which that's in the wrong one. That should go in the bin for sleep pads. Got one of the Arcturus emergency or survival blankets in there. Got my whoopee in there. I have my hammock. What else? Geez, strap kits for the hammock. A larger tarp is a 10 by 12 versus the 7 by 9 Basha. I have my underquilt for my hammock. So all that stuff is in there. So sleep kits, shelter kits. Once again, I like keeping all that in one spot. I got to leave that out because it's in the wrong spot. See what I mean by having to go through it? A lot of times you end up putting stuff away that's not in the right spot. So that's all like my shelter kit stuff, right? And then in this big bin, which I won't open this one up all the way, but I have sleeping pads in there and tents. So sleeping pad goes where it belongs. So I have like Thermarest base camp sleeping pads in there, foam pads, shooting mats, and then I have a 2-person mountaineering tent and a 3-person, more like a base camp style tent in there. So all that's kept in that bin there. And then I have my clothing bin. Over here, all these bins over here, I do, these are all odds and ends. So I have like, so over here it's like all my light stuff, all knives. Down here, all like toiletry stuff, wet wipes, toilet paper, DOP kits, all that kind of stuff is down there. Batteries, battery chargers, battery banks, on their cook kits and fuel. All my water filtration, water purification is down in there. What have I got in here? All first aid stuff, fire starting stuff, fire kits, and then cordage, straps, all that kind of stuff. And then on top here I have all my charging stations for like radios, cameras, optics, things from night vision, binoculars, spotting scopes, things like that, and then hydration stuff up top, and then miscellaneous hats, gloves, net gaiters, balaclavas, stuff like that there. So yeah, that's kind of how I like to organize it all. And then over there, I keep all my full kitchen kit. So like my patrol box for our camp, cooler, cast iron stuff, everything is kept over there as well. And then behind the bar is where stuff like safes and web gear, chest rigs, plate carriers, helmets, all that kind of stuff is all kept on the back side, on the flip side there. So, and then my clothing box. So the clothing box, I think it's extremely important to keep whatever it is that like you have to have clothing that you only wear out into the field, right? So you have, whether it's your camo pants or field pants. So I have old leaf camo, multicam, and then Ranger Green. We all love Ranger Green, right? Waterproof breathable socks, Gore-Tex socks. I don't like waterproof breathable boots. My feet sweat too much, but if I absolutely have to have waterproof footwear, I wear Gore-Tex socks over my regular socks and then wear those inside my boots. Got knee pads for my for the different pairs of pants. Those are all interchangeable, which I like that a lot. Things like spare underwear, spare socks. Once again, I keep this stuff just inside. This is specifically spare socks, spare underwear for out in the field. So I like keeping all that in there, because once again, you're grabbing and going. You have it already prepackaged, ready to go. Combat shirts. I like combat shirts a lot, so we have those. What else have we got? Fleece vest. I like, in the colder weather, I like wearing a fleece vest. Keeps my arms free, but it keeps my core warm, so I like that. I have two different smock style jackets. Have a multicam one that I like, and then an olive drab one that I like. So those work out well. I have I know black is a horrible color. I actually have a project planned for this, but just a polycotton anorak, more of a windbreaker. That super lightweight. I like these a lot. This is kind of a go-to for mine, but I need to, I'm actually going to camo it up, so it's going to end up being really nice. And then I have a Whoopee hoodie. This is the Whoopee Official Gen 3 Whoopee hoodie. I like this a lot. It's in multicam. So that works out good. Everyone should have a shamag, right? So keep that in your kit. And then I have my poncho kit. So the poncho kit, it can be a shelter. It can be used to create an observation post or a hide, or it's your waterproof breathable stuff. Notice I haven't talked about Gore-Tex at all. Gore-Tex isn't in my kit. I like the water resistant, highly breathable, wind resistant pieces versus waterproofs. But if I absolutely need waterproof, I have my poncho. I know a lot of you guys, you saw Risky's video the other day, and he was wearing the Woodland Camo GISU poncho, and everyone went nuts over it. So poncho belongs in your kit. And that, I need a bigger box for my sleep gear, but it closes. So anyway, so that's my clothing kit, or clothing box. That gets stacked up there, and yeah, and then whatever I'm working on, I have the bar top, so I can use that for laying stuff out, fixing things, modifying things, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. What's today's sexy pumpkin beer? We have some Whole Hog. Who is this by? I can't tell who it's made by. I don't know who it's made by, but that is your Whole Hog Pumpkin Ale. It's pretty good, not super spicy, but it's smooth. I think it's lower in alcohol than the other one I had. What's it say? 7% alcohol, alright. So, that's it. So, that's what I got. That's how I organize about 80 to 90% of my gear is what you see. So anyways, that's all I got, guys. Questions, comments, put them down below. But otherwise, you guys take care. Keep getting at it. And yeah, we'll touch base soon. Thanks so much.